everyone, CeeCee here with a very quick project for Father's Day or any other masculine card. I call this my origami shirt with a twist. Now origami shirts are not new, they've been around for a while, but I wanted to be original, so I took it one step further. Now here's my shirt, and no different than the original, maybe a bit bigger but much the same. But watch what happens when I pull on the tie. Ta-da! You get a space to write your message. Now I don't know if this has been done before, but I personally have never seen it. So let me show you how to do this project. It's very simple and quick. All you need is a piece of double-sided pattern paper that measures 8 by 12, a 12-inch piece of ribbon, a scoring board or your usual scoring method, a bone folder, a large eyelet, some adhesive, a crocodile, a pair of good ribbon scissors, a piece of scrap white cardstock, a 2.5-inch circle punch, a lead pencil, and some glue dots. So let's do this together. So I have here my 8.5 by 12 DSP that I'm positioning on my scoring board with the pattern I want to show facing me. And I'm going to take my scoring tool and score at 2 inches on both long ends. So at 2 inches and at 6 inches. Now you're going to turn your paper over and fold on the crease and use your bone folder to sharpen the creases. Now it doesn't matter if it overlaps here in the middle because that won't show. So you're going to put your folded piece back onto your scoring board and you will score at 1 inch but only on one end, on the short end. Turn your paper over and fold. Now it's very important to make good sharp creases for that project, so a bone folder is a must. Now you're going to take both corners here at the top on the folded edge, and you're going to have both points meet in the middle like so, without overlapping. Press it down firmly and make a good sharp crease again with your bone folder. Now you're going to take the bottom edge and fold it back up and underneath the collar here, like so. Now turn it around to make sure that both sides are aligned here. Give it a good press again. Use your bone folder and crease. Now the next step is going to help you if you're using very thick paper like I have here. You're going to open up all of your folds. And don't worry about it, you'll be able to fold it back because you made good sharp creases. Now these two rectangles here at the bottom, they're going to be done on a diagonal like so. As a side note here, what I did is, you might notice that I have a solid black line here at my 6-inch mark on my board. And I did this with a Sharpie by just like dragging it inside the groove, and that helps me when I have a diagonal fold to do, because I need to align this fold here with that fold here, and if you don't have a groove, it's kind of tough to align because you're not sure which groove is, you know, peeking out of the bottom here. So I've got my point here, which is the point of the fold here, aligned with my groove, and I need to do this at the bottom as well. So now I have this crease here and I need to align it with that black line. So you see how that black line is really important on my scoreboard. So I'm going to make a few adjustments here, and it looks just about right, and I'm going to score it down here. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side, aligning this point here with the point here at the bottom, and score. And now what you want to do is turn your paper over, and very delicately, so as not to rip your paper, fold. And give it a good sharp crease with your bone folder. Same thing on the other side. And most papers, if you're using Stampin' Up! Paper, it's very good quality. It's a thick paper, so it's very important to make good sharp creases. So now you're going to fold back up your whole shirt, starting in the middle here, and bringing the bottom back over and up underneath, sorry about that, underneath your collar, like so. Alright, so now we've got the skeleton for our shirt. So now with a pencil, you're going to make a mark in the middle here where the collar meets. So now, here's what's different about my shirt. You're going to open up your shirt again, but just unfold it halfway. And then you're going to put some adhesive underneath the collar here and underneath those two flaps, which are the sleeves. That's just going to make sure that your shirt will not fall apart when your recipient pulls on a tie. So I'm just going to apply a line of glue underneath here. I don't have to go all the way to the end because I don't want any adhesive to show. I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's just to tack it down so that it's more secure. And I'm going to do the same under the collar. Press it down. Alright. Okay, next you're going to punch a 2.5-inch circle with your punch, and what I did is I went ahead on a scrap piece of paper and I stamped Happy Father's Day. And I'm going to take my 2.5 circle punch, and I'm going to align my sentiment not in the middle because I want to be able to sign it and write a little message. I'm going to punch that out and glue it down in the opening where the sleeves are. It's just easier to do it at this point because you don't have anything else in the way. So align it the way you want. Tack it down so your message is in place. Now with your crocodile, you're going to, you turn your paper over, you're going to, at the 2.25 inch from the edge of your paper, using the mark that you've done previously, you're going to guide this towards the middle of your circle. If I can find it now, here he is. And you're going to punch the opening for your eyelet. I'm going to insert the eyelet from the front through the back. Make sure that you've got the bad part of the eyelet on the inside of your shirt because you don't want that to show. And set the eyelet like so. Now don't worry if it's higher than the top of your paper because in fact it's better. That will ensure that your ribbon is nice and snug at the top of your shirt. So now next we're going to do is we're going to fold our ribbon in half and cut a very pointy edge or ends with your ribbon scissors, and this will make sure that the ribbon goes through nicely. Now if you want your knot to look like a tie, you have to insert both ends from the front of your eyelet. So I'm just going to do this now. And by the way, this is called a slip knot. Like so. And I'm going to use these two fingers, open the loop, take both tails between my loop, pull up and down. Make a few adjustments, and there's your tie. Take a couple of glue dots. I want this knot to be very secure. I don't want it to move. So I'm just going to put a little glue dot here between the two layers. And then maybe one tucked underneath on the eyelet. Like so. So now your tie will not move. All that's left to do is take both ends of your ribbon and give it like a tie finish by folding it in half like this, taking your ribbon scissors and cut at an angle like this. And voila! Tuck that back in. And there's your shirt. You could also make a pocket in the front like I did here. So what I did is I just cut a piece of DSP matching my shirt, and tucked inside here I took the modern label punch from Stampin' Up! And I cut it at the bottom because it was too long, and then I just wrote, "Please pull on my tie." So this just gets tucked in there, mimics a little bit like a I don't know how you call those. They're in French. They're called fichu. I guess a scarf that's tucked in usually on in the shirt pocket. I don't think guys do that anymore, but in the olden days they did. And that's it. So have fun with this, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.